The purpose of this video is to show you how bad the controls are in Crimson Desert. Now, before you come to accuse me and say that I hate the game, I in fact don't hate the game. I want the game to succeed because I believe there is something in this game that is good. I believe that there are possibly very good things about this game, but the controls are holding this game down. Also, I want to say that one of the positive things about this game is that it has great optimization. It is very rare these days to see a game that works almost flawlessly and has this great amount of optimization. I can run this game natively at 80 FPS more or less. Right now I am sitting at 120 FPS because I am using DLSS and frame generation. Other than that, I cannot say more good things about the game because I have been unable to really get into the game because the controls are really that bad, and I am going to show you exactly why. I really want this feedback to get to Pearl Abyss because I want this game to succeed. This video, yes, is going to trash the game a bit, but I also want this to be genuine feedback because I want these controls to be better. So I am going to start saying that one of the problems with this game is that it feels sluggish to play. The character movement is very similar to what you can expect from Red Dead Redemption 2. It controls like trash. Moving your character is like you're steering a stupid ship. It's like you're not controlling a person, you're controlling a fucking ship. Like, look at this movement. It looks sluggish. It doesn't look good, right? But it not only looks bad, it feels like absolute ass. So for me to be able to move faster, I have to press my sprint button, right? So I press it and then he starts to move faster. But then if I want to move even faster, I need to press again. I need to tap twice my sprint key. So I have to do it and then he starts sprinting faster. Now I can live with this. I don't have an issue with this. The problem is that if you want to use your horse and you want to sprint on your horse, you go slowly, climb your stupid horse and start pressing your sprint button. But this is the faster it will go if you only press it once. So to actually sprint with your horse, you have to tap, and you're probably thinking, oh, you have to tap it twice like you did while you were on foot. Well, no, you will be wrong, you will be incorrect, because these big brain developers, what they thought is that it was much better to have to tap the sprint button multiple times to make your horse sprint like this. So I have to tap my sprint button constantly like a fucking retard to make my horse sprint. And this is this is a joke. This is a fucking joke. Try to do this when your sprint button is on the shift key. Man, nobody can do that shit. So I have to rebind this motherfucker to my left alt key. So at first I try to bind this action, my sprint button, to one of my mice keys, because I have a mice that is an MMO mice, so it has a shit ton of buttons. But the problem is that I also like to bind my jump button to one of the buttons on my mouse. So if I bind my sprint key to my mouse, it's going to be really difficult if I want to like sprint and jump. So you need your sprinting key and your jump key, you need them on a separate hand. You need to be able to sprint with one hand and jump with another hand. You can't have them on the same hand because it's going to be really difficult to execute long distance jumps, like when you want to sprint and then jump. Now let's go back to the stupid town. So I am going to show you how you interact with NPCs. It's a fucking joke. So let's say I want to interact with this guy. You see on the bottom right corner, you see the control key. So as you can see, I cannot interact with this character doing anything else. I have to press Ctrl and then this stupid submenu appears and it says greet with the key E, shop with the key R and gift with the key G. So if I want to shop, I have to press the R key, right? So I do it, and this opens the shop. Why the fuck I can't just press the E button and get to the menus so I can choose what I want to do with the NPC? Like maybe I press the E button and then I get a menu that says, what do you want to do? You want to greet the NPC, you want to shop, you want to, I don't know what was the other option, I forgot. But the point is, pressing the E button should open these sub menus. You shouldn't have to press the control key. It's cumbersome, it's clumsy, it's annoying. So this is how you interact with NPCs. You cannot just approach an NPC like this clown here. If I press the E button, nothing is going to happen, because guess what? In this game you have to hold your keys constantly to do basically almost anything. So the only option I have to do to this NPC is to greet him. So I have to hold my E key and then I greet this clown. Now, as you can see, this NPC is not an NPC that I can directly interact with, like the NPC, like this blacksmith or this shopkeeper, whatever the fuck. Again, I have to press Control, and then I have these options, like for example, I am going to greet this guy. You see? It's cumbersome. It gets in the way of your enjoyment. Now, let's say I want to shoot an arrow. For example, if I want to just use my sword, let's say I want to fight with my sword. So I just press the left key and it goes flawlessly, no issues there. Heavy hitting attacks are done with the right click on the mouse. There is no issue there. But let's say I want to shoot my bow. So to shoot my bow, I have to press the Q button, and then I basically enter bow mode or aiming mode. And then this mode is a mode that basically has auto aim. It aims for you in this mode, but if you want to aim for yourself, you have to press another key. And this is why on the bottom right corner of the screen you see precision aim, press B. So I press my B button, and then now I can manually aim, and my shots are going to land manually where I put the cursor, where I put my crosshair. This is another layer of fucking stupidity. I don't know why this has to be this way, but this is annoying as fuck too. So let's say I want to chop this tree down. So for example, let's see this shit. To take this flower here, like I said before, I have to hold E. Everything is done by holding your fucking buttons. It's a fucking travesty. So like I said, let's say I want to chop this tree down. I am going to do it. So for that, I want to equip my axe. So to equip my axe, I don't have a keybind to do that. Like, for example, in games like Terraria or Minecraft or Elin, those games that allow you to collect resources, etc., you have these action bars that allow you to put every equipment, spell, weapon, or whatever you want to put on those action bars, like in an MMO, and you press that button and you use whatever the fuck is in that slot. So in this game, that doesn't exist. So what I have to do is use this absolute fucking travesty, which is pressing my F2 button. And I also have to hold it, because everything has to be held on this stupid game. Like you should hold on purchasing this game, for example. If you haven't purchased it, hold on purchasing it, because as you can see, this is not great. So hold F2, and then this stupid menu appears. This radial menu, fucking hell, directly porting gamepad functions to PC. Lazy clowns. This is just laziness. So let's say I want to equip my axe. So what do I need to do? What I need to do is go to the globes here, to this part where these globes are, and then scroll on my mouse either down or up to switch for different tools, like for example, in this case, the logging axe. So I do this, and now my clown has his axe equipped. So you will think that just swinging my axe with the left click will be enough to chop this tree down, right? Well, you will be incorrect, because you cannot do that way. For some reason, to chop this tree down, you have to go through another combination, because this is a trend in this game, this is the norm in this game, to have obnoxious, cumbersome, retarded combinations of buttons and actions to do a simple thing like chopping down a tree with your axe. So I have to press my guard button. If you can even believe that shit. I have to press the button that I used to guard with my shield and hold it, because you enter another aiming mode for some reason. For some reason you aim with the same key you use to guard with your shield. This is stupid, but I have to do it. And then, now that I am aiming towards this tree, now I can press left click, but I have to make sure that the circle is blue, because if the circle is not blue, it's going to fumble. So I have to make sure it's on blue. So now that I am sure that the circle is blue, I have now the possibility to chop down this tree. So let's fucking do this shit. One fucking hell. It fumbled like I fucking said it was going to do. So please make sure that it's on fucking blue. And you're going to miss anyway. Don't really worry about this, because the controls are the problem. You are not the problem. It's the fucking controls. Oh, it's red. If I do it right now, it's going to fail. Now the tree is down. Now I'm going to continue to chop this fucking garbage. Come on, motherfucker. Quickly. Again. And now I have my timber. So I have to collect my timber. What do? Hold E. So I have to hold E again. Let me see if I can even fucking aim to get this shit, because as you can see, this is fucking, it's imprecise. It's stupid. I have to like aim at a certain pixel. So other than that, it's not going to allow me to hold E. So let me aim towards the correct pixel. I think it's here. No, I think it's here. No, fucking no, fuck. You need to have a degree in Crimson Desert to be allowed to pick up timber from the ground. This is so fucking stupid. I am not even making this shit up. This is happening as I am recording it. This is so fucking bad. So I pick this shit. I am able to pick this shit now. And this is how you do everything to collect anything that you want to collect from the world. Either wood, stone, minerals, whatever the fuck. It's basically the same cumbersome, clumsy process. So now, if that wasn't enough, let's try to use my sword. Oh, fuck, I can't use my sword. I need to go back to the stupid menu. F2, hold F2, and now go for my gloves. Now I have my gloves. But why the fuck is this guy hitting with his fists? What the fuck? I want to use my sword. What happened? Well, you need to equip your sword. Who the fuck designed this shit? This is a fucking circus. This doesn't make any fucking sense. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that behind all of this garbage, there is possibly a decent game. But you are making us really hard to enjoy this experience and try to even to find out what this game has to offer with these clumsy controls. It's absurd. So you also have this ability, the one that you have in Tears of the Kingdom. So you again have to press and hold the key to use this ability, I have it binded to one of my mouse buttons. So you release the button and you're going to use this mythical, weird, digital Digimon claw. So this is how you use this thing, and you need another button to use this shit. You can pull this stuff. Right now I don't think I can do much with it because I just learned this trash. But when you have to use this tool, it's also really obnoxious. It's another separate button. So this game has a ton of functions that I tried to use a controller and it feels even worse than Monster Hunter controls. That's how bad this is. I don't understand why the developers didn't come up with a better control scheme, and the problem is this shit is only going to get worse. And you know why? Because as you progress in the game, you're probably going to be given more abilities, more button combinations, and everything is going to feel even worse. So I even tried to refund this game. Like, I'm going to be honest, I tried to refund it, but it was denied. And the reason why is because I just can't be bothered with these controls. They are just terrible. If you look at the options and you see the inputs, I can't just click. I can't just click this. I have to press F to enter the sub menu for the key bindings. I can't just press click to open this menu. I have to press F. That's how bad this shit is on PC. Now, like I said, I know that this is terrible on controller, but let's not kid ourselves. This game was built around a gamepad. So as you can see in these keybinds, there is a lot of them. For example, dismount, put down on the same key. I don't understand why I can't just mount and dismount with the E key. Why I can't just pick up stuff with my E button and also put it down with my E button. I just don't understand why do I need multiple keys to do actions that could very well be on the same button. I don't even understand what use gear means, but that's another function that I have to worry about where the fuck I am going to bind this shit. And this is the problem with this game. All the hours that I have on this game have been trying to figure out how to configure my buttons to make it work, because I have been unable to really play and engage with the game because the buttons, the controls are fucking horrible. So for example, I have push and kick with F. I just don't understand. Why do I need another key for attacks? Why do I need the F key to punch and kick? Why I can't just, I don't know, use my left click and my right click to use bare-handed attacks when I don't have a sword equipped? Why do I need a separate key for that? Who the fuck is going to use that? Aiming with Q, for fuck's sake, this is a joke. Skill focus, skill action force, skill force palm. Now, this is a travesty. This is awful. There's a tons of buttons, and then you have these combinations. Like, I don't mind these combinations that much, but the problem is that these combinations are not bad per se, but on top of all the garbage that you already have to deal with, you see these combinations of buttons and you just want to throw the fucking towel. Many people have refunded the game because of these controls. Many people. Skill quick swap, skill imbue element, skill flame. At the very least, these ones are done properly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just one single key press and they have their own bindings. But as you can see, many actions are not here. And that's the problem, because there is no special button to bind me equipping my axe or my pickaxe. The easiest way to solve these problems, at the very least this problem, the one that arises from equipping items like using your lantern, using your bow or changing your bow, because if you want to fish, you're going to have to swap your bow to use your fishing rod, because for some reason they are on the same slot. And the reason why is because this is a port of a console game. This combination of buttons are done in this way to satisfy console customers that use a gamepad, but these are not thought for keyboard and mouse and PC players. So now I have my fishing rod, right? And if I want to use it, I have to press Q to ready the fish rod, and then I have to land the stupid thing. And another another mechanic, another cumbersome mechanic that is fishing. So this problem with these radial buttons, these radial menus, the easiest solution is to give us action bars on PC. So I can directly put my broom, my pickaxe, my logging axe, and any weapon or my lantern, whatever the fuck, so I can have specific binds for each one of them. So I don't have to enter to this menu. And as you can even see, if you can even believe this shit, while holding F2, you have the option to press Q and E. And if you press E, you go to your armor. And now you are able to switch your equipment. I don't even understand why this is a thing. What is the purpose of this shit? So if I want to go to equip my other items, my weapons or whatever the fuck, I have to press Q. But this is not the only radial menu. There is this other one which is with F3, in which you have like items. I don't know, these are probably your spells. In the future these are going to unlock, and these are probably your spells. This is food, this is your food, this is also food. I don't even know what the fuck, but another region menu. Now if I press F1, this is where this is probably where you pick your other characters. This is your horse, this is how you can call it. This is probably other mounts. I don't even fucking know what the fuck is this. So you have that other radial menu. Let's see what happens if I press F4. Nothing. Thank fucking God there is nothing on F4. So I was forgetting that another beauty of this game is collecting bounties or doing chores or maybe doing quests for other NPCs. So to do that, a lot of times you have to pick up one of these notices, one of these notes, one of these things. So you have to hold E to take the bounty note. So you do that, and a lot of times the game is going to ask you to examine the thing that you're holding, because getting the item or getting this note is not enough. You have to examine the thing. So I am going to examine this stupid garbage. And you enter a learning process. What the fuck is this piece of shit? And after that, the quest is revealed to you. You have to kill a guy named Salvatore. So what is the purpose to have this on the game? What's the purpose of this? It adds absolutely nothing. Well, it adds more cumbersome, more clunkiness to this game controls. And also, this UI is trash. This UI is just awful. There is no other way to put it. Many times, like I said, the game is going to ask you to examine the things that you have in your inventory. So you have to select this thing, for example, and then you have to press spacebar to examine, and then you start examining the thing, whatever the fuck is you're holding. And then to examine, to actually do that, you have to press the end button, and then you start examining this key, for example. And you're going to be forced to do this constantly, many times. This adds nothing to the game except clunkiness. I cannot press the E button to open my inventory. I cannot do that. If I want to check my inventory, or also if I want to check my journal, I cannot press the J button or my L button for quest log. I cannot. So what I have to do is press escape, and then I have to select manually my inventory, for example, my journal. This UI is just another beauty. I can also hold the escape button and I get another menu that I can navigate with my mouse to select specifically what I want to open. But this is stupid. I just want to press the E button to open my inventory. It's all I want, but I can't do it. I have to use this cumbersome garbage. So as you can see, these controls are fucking garbage. This cannot stay this way. This cannot stay like this. Something needs to be done about this, because this is unacceptable. This shit is fucking unacceptable. And my problem with the early reviewers is that they didn't even mention a lot about this problem. They didn't in fact mention problems with the controls, but it's like they minimized the whole issue. And they mentioned a whole plethora of other issues that, trust me, are not even as important as this one. This is the main issue with this game. Who the fuck cares about the fucking story? Maybe the story is mid. Who the fuck cares? The problem is that I cannot play this fucking game. I can't even get into the fucking story because the controls are gatekeeping me from enjoying this game, from even trying to see what's this game about. This should have been the main issue that the early reviewers brought up, and they barely even mention it or minimize the problem. Oh, see, the controls are kind of bad, but you get used to them. Fuck you. You don't get used to this fucking shit. You complain and make the developer fix the problem. You understand why I am saying this? You are probably thinking, oh, you just hate the game. I don't fucking hate the game. I cannot even hate or love the fucking game. You know why? Because I can't even fucking play the stupid game. Because the fucking controllers are gatekeeping me from even having a real opinion on the fucking game. So fanaticism is not going to help improve this game. If you want to help this game to be better, you have to give feedback. You have to complain. The objective of this video is to show you how fucking bad the controls are, and maybe, fucking maybe, the developers do something about it. Because if I had to review this game right now, considering that I am unable to even get into the game, to even play the game properly, I will give the game a fucking 1 for the effort and a 2 for the optimization. So maybe a 3, because I like that they made a good job with the optimization. Credit where credit is due. But that's fucking it. A fucking 3. That's the score I will give to this game right now. And you have to be this harsh, because the other way around is to be complacent, acquiesce to this garbage, to this treatment, and then you are going to get even worse products in the future. This is why fanaticism is a mental disorder, and it's a problem that is hurting the gaming industry really bad. Fanaticism allows all of this shit to happen and stay this way and even devolve into worse things. So no, we need to complain. We need to expose how bad this shit is, because I believe that if the control schemes, the control problems are fixed, I do believe there is a decent game behind it, but I can't in good faith recommend anyone to buy this game in this state. The early reviewers should have warned us about this. They should have done their fucking job, and not even the IGN guy did a good job, because the main issue he should have brought up was the controls. I know he lost his save file, and that fucking sucks. Imagine that is a recurrent problem too. Fuck. This game is going to go downhill if losing your save file is another recurrent problem. But the early reviewers should have brought up that the controls are an abomination. But they glossed over the issue and minimized it, when in my opinion it's the worst problem that this game has right now. It's the worst problem. So this is more or less how bad the controls are. If I missed something about the controls, please put it in the comment section. So my recommendation is, don't buy this game. Wait. If you can refund it, refund it. We need to make our voices heard. Don't buy this game. Wait for a sale, or wait until these problems are fixed, because the controls are really bad. The game is basically unplayable. It's that fucking bad.